looks nice and all here, but let's leave the spicy slimes alive. Yeah. Yeah, let's leave the spicy slimes here before more of their brethren go after us.
And you indeed hurry on your way, kind of leaving the puddle of slime goo behind Chilipees. And for the most part, it's uneventful, but as you begin to travel, the hours pass by, and eventually the sky starts to darken from the bright orange into a deep red as night comes. Would you like to set up your camp for the night, or do you risk it and continue forward?
Hot, honestly.
Gross.
Yeah. I feel like my fire is going to ignite any second now. Please, can we stop?
For once, I agree with you.
You do?
Rose is going to kind of scan around the surroundings and see if there's any sort of like a hill or rocky cropping, just something where it's like they can be shielded a couple sides that they only have to like have like a central lookout, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And there's a few places. In fact, from the distance you've traveled, you've gotten into the more hilly portions of the plane of fire, and you're able to find a kind of a nice little secluded area that kind of has what looks to be the remains of a partial lava tube kind of jutting out from the ground. It's almost like a wave of rock that froze and kind of solidified there. And you're able to kind of set up here. So kind of imagine like, you know how a wave tends to crest forward and over? Except this is solidified, hardened rock.
Nice. So Rose is going to freeze this question aside for a moment there, and they pull out one of the scrolls that Leonard provided for them.
Okay. You are very easily able to conjure the contents of the scroll up, as Leonard had showed you. As the magic kind of leaves the scroll, you see it kind of weave around into the nooks and crannies of the area you've charted out, and it creates this shimmering dome over the area, and you can see out just fine. But coming in, there's nothing. You can't see going in, so it almost looks like you put a cover over the area to where it looks like nothing's there, but on the inside, it's a nice temperature-controlled area. So, you've created a nice little tiny bubble of safety. Now, before we get into the night shenanigans, go ahead and like answer that question or any roleplay you want to do, and let me know when you want to move on.
Yeah, so two things I have. But first of all, yeah, Rose, after they finish casting a spell, is going to look over to Frias, and it's going to be like, oh, you mean this? And just kind of like poofs the fiery crossbow back into existence there. And then just like kind of reabsorb it back into their essence there. It's a primordial thing. It's complicated.
That's all I needed to know, and she's like already scribbling notes into her book madly as she starts heading for the little hut or whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then assuming that we're already in the hut, then, because I think we talked a little bit OC about this. Is there anything in particular about the inside of hut, rather than just the name being Leonard's Tiny Hut? Is there any other signature trademarks?
So, as you all sort of enter the area, not only is the area temperature controlled, it's definitely way cooler than it is outside, but as you enter, you see the fact that chairs have formed, bedrolls, as well as alongside one of the hut's walls is lined with books, as per Leonard's usual. And there is a little note attached to the bookshelf saying, "I thought you might get bored waiting out the night. Please take this and enjoy it." So, and it has a little note that says from Leonard.
Rose's eyes at the side of the bookshelf just roll upwards. A little bit on the nose, huh, boss?
You still are able to look outside of it, so it almost looks like you're looking outside of a tent from inside this little bubble, essentially, that the spell has formed. But it is nice and comfortable. There's chairs and there's plenty of pillows to rest in. He definitely thought of everything, but this is the Lord of Fire after all.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Nye, why haven't you evaporated?
Because that's not quite how it works.
It isn't.
Well, no. I'm a primordial.
So what keeps the water...
Like, turn into the vapors.
You?
I don't know.
Nye, you actually know that water tends to have a leg up against fire, so the fact that you're not quote unquote evaporating as Tiberius thinks, it's just you're a primordial. You're made of magic, not pure water.
Okay. I'm made of magic, and everyone knows water trumps fire.
That's Soros.
Rose pleads a fifth.
The fifth. Very confused.
Oh no, I'm saying Rose pleads a fifth. I was talking out of character there. But
I know,
no,
Alright. So who's
Yes,
going
we
to take first watch?
Not me.
I'll take the first watch.
I'll take it.
Oh boy.
Oh, Roche, I'm voting for it.
Neither of you... Never mind.
So
Exactly.
they just take it at the same time and then we can ship them.
There will be a total of 3 watches for this night, so I need one to take first, and then second, and then third.
This is not volunteering. There's not a word coming out of his mouth about it.
Obviously I'll take a shift.
Okay, which one do you want to
Yeah.
take?
Roche, you take 1, I'll take 2, and a new person takes 3.
Okay. Does that work for everyone else?
The
Alright.
rabbits give you the-
The rabbits can get their beauty sleep.
Literally, the person who can turn into a giant spider is going to be ensuring that we don't die in the middle of the night.
I can have Bellua.
Nope, that's fine. Yes, giant spider is good. Yes.
Okay. So,
I hate that thing so much.
It was specifically designed to kill me.
Oh. Oh my. That's dark.
My
That is
friend
very
before,
dark.
after all.
oh,
Yeah. Definitely not that.
What? You're mistaken. Good friends would try to kill each other every night.
No. No, that's mortal enemies. Or assassins. Definitely assassins.
Remember how I was telling you about how his idea of friend is a bit unusual?
Apparently. Or he's stupid.
Are you telling me that your best friends don't try and slip a little bit of poison every time you take a drink?
And I
never
just
used
looks at
poison.
the dead man.
Made of poison, so I figured no. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now until it's my time to go for watch
You didn't,
and hope the certain rabbit doesn't, choke on poison.
you didn't answer my question.
No one's going to choke on
Good
poison
night.
or bite anyone else. All right. I'm
There's
gonna be
some
up
wine.
anyways.
Wait, what?
Would you like some wine, Various?
No.
Smart bunny.
Very well.
all right. So for the first watch, Rose, I would like you to roll me a perception roll, please.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we are.
Okay. As the night settles in and the light and the sky turns from the deep red into a dark dark red, and you kind of see just the barest hint of sort of a glow on the horizon, kind of from the lava and everything that goes on in the plane of fire. It's actually surprisingly quiet and calm. You do notice that the ground rumbles every now and then, but it's not too strong and it's not too alarming. But for the most part, your watch goes completely uneventful. Alright. And then once your watch is over, you pass it over to Nye to get a little bit of rest yourself, just kind of relax and just kick back. So, Nye, go ahead and roll perception for me. Okay. As you kind of take your spot on the watch, you just kind of keep your eyes out the front of this little hut-like structure that the scroll has created. You don't see anything too immediate at first. You occasionally see a blip of light in the distance across the plains itself. Some things dipping behind hills and whatnot. For a brief second, though, you kind of see the ground rise up and then go back down as if there was some sort of buildup before it went away. And you did feel the ground rumble quite a bit from that one, but it wasn't too overtly close. There's something definitely moving underneath the ground, and you were definitely able to see it, but it seems to be gone for now.
Huh.
This is fine.
All right.
Goddamn graboids.
Is it Levisteoff?
Freaking graboids every time.
Okay, so Nye, as your watch comes to close, nothing really more seems to happen. You feel a couple rumbles here and there, but everything stays quiet. Frias, I know your passive perception is 19, so I'm not going to have you roll perception because you don't need it.
Yeah.
You kind of take your watch, you're kind of relaxing back. You know you can easily keep an eye on this kind of place. You know the movements of several creatures, but out of the corner of your eye, you do see a large form kind of rise up from one of the pools, and you see it slam down, and the ground definitely rumbles from that one, kind of jolting everyone for a minute before it seems to break through the ground and continue on. And it kind of just passes away as everything goes back to being quiet.
Please send this
She'll just kind of look to see if anyone woke up, and if no one woke up, just go back to going on watch, contemplating over the ideas.
Mm-hmm. However, your watch is not done yet. Whatever had basically caused that little tremor, you notice that the ground near the hut also begins to rise up a little bit, and you see part of it kind of crack open, and you see something kind of slither out of it. It's not very big. It's about the size of a horse, but you see something kind of pull itself on to the ground, and it's definitely glowing with red-hot magma. It looks almost serpentine as it seems to be sniffing around, but it's right outside the hut, but it doesn't seem to notice you.
You know what, this may be a bad waste, but I'll give a quick safety spell.
Okay. Since that was a spell, I would like you to roll me a 1d100.
Oh, damn it.
Got him.
Okay, you're fine. You kind of create this veil of shadows over you, kind of as a reaction, like, oh shit, the thing is huge, what the hell is that? And not noticing that the hut kind of shields you from it, it seems to just sniff around the ground before it dives back under the crust of the ground itself, like it's kind of burrowing, and vanishes, leaving behind a trail of cooling magma before it vanishes completely. Okay. And the rest of the night passes without much else. And eventually the sky begins to lighten once again as the bright oranges and yellows return to the sky. And everyone gets to wake up.
We survived the night.
Survive the night.
My goodness. Twins were
Because
grateful.
because that was at the end of the night, do I still lose a spell slot?
No, actually, that's not how I do long rests. So,
Oh, okay.
yes. So go ahead and make sure you all take your long rest, recover your HP and your spell slots. But morning has come. You have survived the night. Well done. You can now continue on if you so please. Or if you'd like to talk a little bit in the morning about what you saw.
Did Rose is just gonna kind of look around there as they will wake up. It's like, huh? Either Leonard also put either Leonard put these bedrolls on massage mode, or there was some kind of activity.
Earth is just breathing. It's okay.
Don't worry about it. It was so far away, I don't think it noticed us.
Oh, so you basically saw why we're in here to begin with.
Whatever it was.
Excuse me. There's some conversation that's happened that I'm not aware of.
Don't you worry, your pretty little head.
Just
It is
be
quite
happy
good.
you're in here and not out there.
Accept that.
All right. So Rose is gonna open up the map. Do they have an idea of approximately how far away from their destination they are right now?
You're about halfway there. You got some good travel distance the day before. So you should be there at least before nightfall, hopefully.
All right. Well, I know some of you like to stay out of the burning sun here, but if we can keep going at this rate here, we'll get to the big old X on the map here before we have to deal with that again.
So, Rose, you're able to easily dispel the magical circle as everything vanishes and the area returns to normal. Time kind of to quote unquote pack up and start heading out, essentially. Except just make the place vanish. It's easy enough to do. And would you like to continue on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I guess we survived one night, so you're not that bad, Frey.
okay, so let me switch you to another screen. You continue on for what feels like several more hours until you reach what looks to be a large ravine that kind of erupts from the ground and encircles you around all sides. And there's several places to go through here, but the map itself seems to tunnel you through one rather large crevice. It seems to be well worn. You can actually see a paved path through it. So this is definitely a place that people have gone through.
Travel out here.
Okay. You can definitely see that there's, instead of like where you expect waterfalls to come down the side of mountains, you actually see giant falls of magma and lava kind of pouring out into these large pools and rivers. But there definitely is a straightforward path that kind of curves through and above these pools. It's definitely hot though, so it is definitely toasty here.
Toasty!
Honestly, why is it so hot here?
It is a plane of fire. Kind of comes with the territory.
And also,
pillows.
And also, Frias, since you do have the passive perception, you do hear howls in the distance, but they don't seem immediately close by.
I'll just give a little heads up saying, like, there's some creatures far away. For right now, we're okay, so just keep everyone's voice down.
This? I'm sorry,
That-
they
that-
hear us over the bubbling magma around us.
That's perfectly fine, Tiberius.
Tiberius, you actually kind of look over the edge and you notice that there's maybe a little less than a foot of rock between you and the magma pools.
It's just fine.
And you go ahead and
The worst that can happen is we die, and then we become one of those things.
Mhm. You pretty much continue without any major issues going through this ravine. In fact, you see that the walls are very steep, very almost like sheer cliff faces. And for the most part, nothing seems to have bothered you. Occasionally, you'll probably see an opening and you'll see things peering out from it. In one particular little opening, you kind of see the heads of what look to be dragons kind of poking out for a few seconds before going back in. But everyone but Frius, go ahead and give me a perception. For you, Frius, you actually hear the sounds of something approaching you from behind. But I want everyone else to make a perception.
Oh.
Since Frias did kind of clue us in earlier, Rose is going to rub Leonard's symbol near their neck there, and is going to. Sorry.
I would also like Various and I to roll at advantage because you were warned. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
I'll just roll a second one. And...
Yeah, just roll a second one.
It didn't really matter.
No.
All right.
Oh
All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
But anyways, real quick, Rose is going to channel divinity, knowledge of the ages, give themselves proficiency for the moment and perception.
Okay, go ahead.
So it'll be +2 to this roll. Wow.
Even though you were warned, Various, Nye, Rose, you don't really think something's wrong. However, Frius and Tiberius, you instantly turn around, especially you, Tiberius, especially you, Frius, as you kind of feel something on your neck, and you turn around and you see large wolves, 4 of them, staring you down along the path. So I'm going to... And they're big.
Did you kill one of their pack mates? Is this why they're after us?
Mom.
However, actually, hold on. There we go. I have to readjust these two.
I don't know. Would you like to ask them?
I don't speak wolf. Wait, do you speak wolf?
Let me switch you over.
Here.
Here.
Oh my, they're large.
You see these really large wolves that seem to have fire billowing from their mouths, and their hides and their fur and hides are pitch black, with their eyes being bright red, like embers. Let me do this.
I looked at Grace and said, all right, Wolf Slayer, how do we do this?
Hold on. So I need to get this because I need you all to roll for initiative.
Don't forget to click your...
Oh, dang it.
The way...
The turn order didn't pop up.
Oh shit, hold on. There it is.
Oh, perfect.
You know... Okay. Hey!
Oh wow, they got shitty initiative.
Saw him from a mile away.
It's go time.
I think nice needs to be put in. Oh, very nice, Rose.
Been beside this magma pool before. You're leading us in circles, Rose.
Jeez Louise, Rose. Alright, so Nice didn't get added, so let me add your turn. I'll change it. Hold on, 14.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, you're fine.
It works.
Why are there so many? Oh god. Okay, no.
Yeah, that's a lot of wolves. I don't think we can survive that.
It's for some reason got a bunch of them, like... Why does it have so many out there?
Perfect response to this. Twin spell, hit Darius and Rose, and then run.
There we
Oh my
go.
god.
What's up?
160
Okay, so these things are blocking your path going backwards, and they're all staring you down. And it is your turn, Rose. Since
You got this,
two people spotted them, they don't get the surprise round.
Alright, I hope you're all ready for this. Rose is going to kind of gesture at this wolf on the left there, and sort of almost do like the two finger poke motion at it from far away, and is going to cast blindness at it.
Are you capable of turning into one of those and perhaps communicating with them?
All right, go ahead and roll me a 1z100, Rose.
Of course.
All right, you're fine. Which one do you want to try that against?
It's gonna be this one here, on bottom left.
Which one are you casting that on, Rose?
Oh, yeah, I thought I pinged it. Yeah, the bottom left one here.
Hello.
They're muted.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, there we go.
You okay?
Yeah, Discord was muted. I mean, OBS was not muted, but Discord was. So it's a
Okay.
problem. But
All right,
yeah,
which one are you targeting?
the bottom left one.
Bottom left? Okay. That needs to... Alright, what is your spell save? So I know what to roll against.
13.
13? Okay, what is this thing's con? Okay, so... It succeeds! You kind of try to... Yeah.
Go ahead.
It succeeded its Constitution saving throw. You kind of try to cast some blinding or deafness magic onto one of the wolves, and you kind of just see its ears twitch for a few seconds before it just snarls at you.
Oh, fucking big fucks. Alright, time to go.
Alright, it is now Darius' turn.
They're probably going to back away from the wolves.
Are you going to use a dash action, or are you just going to use your normal actions?
What's a dash action?
That means you take double movement, but you can't do any spells or other actions. You basically move twice for the round.
Can Bellowa do anything?
It's up to him. Yeah, basically, if you choose to dash, it takes your character's full action. Belua is his own separate.
Okay, so Various is probably going to dash. And it's 5, 10, 15. So they're probably gonna at the same time Bella was going to get in the midst of them, and basically Various is offering them up as a distraction and shouts at the others to get moving. It's like the crab that literally rips off one of its arms and gives it to the predator so that it can get away.
Alright, so Tibbs, you're up.
Alright. I see Rose has decided that fleeing is the best option, and it looks like Various has taken that to heart. I'm going to use my action and a sorcery point to twinning spell and I'm going to shoot the foremost wolves with my Ray of Frost.
Okay. Go ahead and go for it.
Attack.
That one hits.
Second attack.
That one does not hit.
Oh dear.
So, which one are you hitting with the one that hits?
This one was the first target, so
Okay, so I'll do that for him. But that does hit, so go ahead and roll damage. Oh, wow, okay. That's... You let out this Ray of Frost, as you've been wont to do before, and you kind of see it cakes ice onto the wolf, and it lets out this whimper, this kind of shrieking whimper, as it kind of retreats back a little bit, its ears pinned back. But the other one, you shoot right over its head, and it kind of just begins kind of advancing towards you. Run away!
nope. Put Rose
Right.
between me and this.
Alright, go ahead and I.
Oh, okay, that's very easy.
Nice. It's gonna become a puddle. Holy sh!
Yeah, that's just gonna become a puddle.
Bye! Everyone, suckers!
Alright, Frias, it's your turn.
Doing a quick check on a spell, and I don't think it's going to help. Actually-
Chaos magic there.
Get
Yeah,
her!
these are large. These things are big.
Get her!
Nova,
Hmm?
should I roll chaos magic there?
What?
Should I do the 1d100 chaos magic with my spell?
Oh shit, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. You're fine.
I think just gonna take that nice 60 feet of movement.
I'm so sorry for what's about to happen.
Like everyone else is running, she's like, "Oh, well, yes."
Okay. It's this one's turn, and this one kind of goes around its compatriot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Oh no.
45, 50. It starts bolting after you guys.
I told you,
You
dude, I'm
things
tired. Why didn't you
are
listen to me?
fast. Now it's this one's turn, and it's gonna do the exact same thing, but it's gonna head right up to you, Rose. And it's going to take a bite at you.
Oh, goody.
That is okay. What's its hit modifier? Okay. Is it 23? I think that hits.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, that's piercing damage. Deal 9 damage. But it kind of lunges forward and it sinks its teeth and its mouth into your arm. I need to make you to make a strength save.
Alrighty.
So it kind of lashes into you and it shakes you and throws you on the ground. You are now knocked prone. You can spend your movement action to get up on your next turn. Which is that one. This one. It's also going to take off after you guys.
Yeah, because we love chasing
10,
prey.
15,
This is wonderful.
20, 25.
Now,
30.
would that have,
He floats.
since Belua has reach, would that have triggered?
Does it have 10 feet of range?
Uh,
How far is his range?
5 feet.
Alright, so. Because I believe it was right here. Actually, yeah, no, it would have triggered attack of opportunity, so go ahead.
Alrighty.
So I was just going through the math. Go ahead. That will hit. So as this thing is running past, Bellula has the idea to kind of hold its claw out and kind of rakes it as the wolf just bolts past. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then it's the last one. This last one, however, sees Bellula kind of claw its pack mate, and it goes right up to him. And we'll take a bite out of him. I don't
Does
think
not
it
hit.
hits. So it kind of reaches out to try to bite at Bellua, but Bellua spins around and grabs its jaw with its hands and kind of pushes it back. Like, "Rrr." And no, the ice does nothing to these things. These things are made of fire. You just kind of see the ice is actually melting off of it as it's running at you. Gross.
I thought I had it made.
All right, so I'm gonna say just because I think this sounds cool. So while the wolf is still grappled onto Rose's arm, it starts to take on this like familiar charred husk form, and Rose is just going to like jab it further into the creature there as they cast inflict wounds.
Nice. Go ahead and use your spell. I believe that is actually a
Ooh.
spell.
That is
So
a spell.
I do need you to roll wild magic though. So 1d100.
Nice.
Nice. No, that does not hit. So you're kind of being flung and flailed around. You're trying to get your hand into this thing's mouth, but it just throws you down before you're able to really get it in.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and get back up on my feet.
Okay, it's gonna take your movement. I think it's half your movement for getting up from being knocked prone.
Yeah, usually it's half
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
In that case, Rose is going to kind of quickly scramble around, still engage the creature, and just try to get like right over. Yeah, right there.
Okay. Various, you kind of look back and see two of the wolves are chasing you. Bellua is currently kind of grappled with another one, and so is Rose.
Um. Hmm. Various is going to. They're obviously really freaked out by these things. And are going to fire off a magic missile at this one.
All right. Which one? I didn't see the ping. Okay, that one? Okay, cool. Go ahead. Magic missile does not incur the wild surge because it just automatically hits. All right. 6, 8. Down to that. You kind of begin to, as you're running, you kind of spin on your heels and form the 3 little orbs of magic, and you just fling them out at the one that Rose is engaged with, and it kind of slams into the side of the wolf as it lets out this kind of like. All 3 hit their mark. Very nice and easy.
Now I feel bad. And Various is going to move up over here.
Mm-hmm.
Bellua is going to go ahead and start engaging the one they're already fighting with.
Okay.
With their 2 claw attacks.
Go ahead.
At least it won't.
That hits. Oh yeah. And Bellua kind of grappling with this thing, kind of as it pushes it back, it also digs its claw into its hide and just scratches through the fur. And it does a nice little chunk of damage.
And then they're going to do their bonus claw.
Mm-hmm. That will hit. And he kind of brings his other claw up and just rakes it along the wolf's jaw, and it lets out this loud whimper. As you kind of see bright orange blood kind of spill out from below its jaw. Three of them are looking wounded. Tiberius, you're up.
We'll use the last 2 sorcery points, and I'm going to bust out my mind thrust.
Ooh.
Both the wolves nearby have to do a intelligence save or take 3d6 psychic damage, and then on their turn, if they fail, they can only choose one of the 3 actions: move, bonus.
Can you
or
link
attack.
the spell to me, please, so I can see it? Because Discord is cutting you out every now and then. Okay, mind thrust. You listen to one creature you can see within range. Turn this thing from intelligence saving throw. Okay, what is your spell save DC?
Where are you, spell DC? Why are you betraying me like this? Looking for it. Is it another spell? Probably not spell. Yeah, 14.
15? Okay. Are you doing it to both of them?
Because the spell twinning will take the last 2 sorcery
They-
points I have.
They both failed, so roll damage. They both failed. All right, wow. So that one's going to take the 12, so that's... Wow, okay.
They also can't take reactions.
Cool, very cool. That's going to help.
Mother taught me a few tricks.
And you can see both wolves that are dashing towards you kind of skid to a halt and start howling and yipping and shaking their heads.
Watch,
Very
turns
nice.
out they're somebody's domesticated pets. They just wanted pets.
Alright, Nai, your turn.
Right. Back in I go!
Not be Varga Chow. That does not hit. Nope.
Technically, you should have advantage
Oh,
because
that's right, I have advantage. Because of my assassinate.
That's right, yeah. So go ahead and roll that again. And you're also still in stealth, so you can do sneak attack damage. That will hit.
thank goodness you were a puddle. Wait,
Little.
Alright.
and the sneak attack. Oh dear God!
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm here for hurting wolves and saving Rose.
I got it, math. God damn it. That
17.
is... Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, this thing's hurting. You kind of rake your short sword into it as it's distracted with trying to pin Rose down, and you just slice its hide right open as bright orange blood spills out.
Rose, I'm here to save you.
Two of them are looking
Appreciate
haggard.
it.
2 of them are looking haggard. 2 are looking wounded. So, Frias, you're up.
I'm gonna try something stupid.
Oh boy.
Those are the best.
Welcome to the party.
I don't know if this is actually me, Freya's going to yell something at these 2 and try to say either heal or lay down. Like,
Okay.
they're a dog.
Yeah.
Would that be like animal handling or something?
Animal
like that?
handling, yes. That'll be animal handling.
Oh no!
Oh,
That moment of waiting for it to show up.
And you kind of spin on your heel and you're like, okay, well, these things seem to be taking a beating. What if I can make them stop? And you kind of turn around and tell them to heal. However, you kind of misjudge your step as you kind of slide on a little kind of slick of ash and you kind of fall flat on your ass. They seem to ignore you completely. But
They're like, ooh, food.
Yeah, if anything, they're now locked onto you.
That means I can escape.
Well, seeing as how 2.5 people are already engaging, and at least we're on the same page now, I'll take half my movement to get back up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use another 5 feet to walk up to this one and give him a good old newspaper bop with my quarterstaff or quarterstaff.
Bad. No.
That hits.
Oh, that's a pretty solid pop.
That's a very good bop. Yeah, it's a solid bop. And you definitely just
Nice.
you kind of bring your quarterstaff down and conk. I mean, it's already got a massive headache from Tiberius. Now it's got an even bigger one. But you definitely hear a slight crack against its head. As
I
it
hope it's his head, not my staff.
That's his head. Since those two can't take any actions because of Mind Thrust, their turn is over.
Technically, they can move, they can attack, or they can do their bonus action, but no more than one of those.
Well, I didn't know they can attack. Because this one is going to look at you after getting bopped in the head, and is going to take a bite at that staff.
It's pretty much, it does the, what 4th edition days was.
I don't think a 7 hits.
I hope.
No, it's my stick.
Yeah, it tries to bite the stick, and it misses the stick. Alright, then this one is going to walk right within range of its friend, within 5 feet, and activates Pack Tactics. It now has advantage against you as it goes in to bite you.
It can only take one action, remember?
Yeah, one.
So
This is
since
a
it
separate
moved,
wolf. This is a separate wolf. Oh, that's right. Since it moved,
yeah, they're
so
both, yeah.
it kind of
both mind
moves
thrusted.
in as it kind of haggards and kind of you kind of see it kind of breathing down on you, and it kind of stops. Now the one up near Rose and Nye, it looks at Nye, it looks at Rose, and turns to run.
It
can now-
basically is like, oh no, it's a ship.
and
Can't win.
you can both take attacks of opportunity as it turns and runs.
Oh yeah.
Your powers combined, shoot with steam.
All right, yeah. Roast just whips out of their blazer the
That
mace
hits.
then.
Just whipping it out, eh?
Can I sneak attack it while it's running?
They both hit shit.
They've even got the same attack.
Technically, Nye, as long as you have someone that's engaged with you, you get sneak attack damage.
So, yeah, roll damage. Okay. Make sure you do damage with this. Okay, so how do you two want to do this? As it kind of turns and begins fleeing with its tail between its legs.
I'm gonna say that Rose, as they whip out the mace, they're just going to like try to go for one of the legs to cripple it from moving further. Just basically like going full on like monster style kneecapping it.
Okay. Nye, how are you
I'm
attacking
gonna
it?
have, while Roast is going low, I'm gonna have Nye sort of hop off his back and go high and like plunge down into its back.
And indeed, Roche, you're able to knock it onto the ground, and now you just kind of do this flip onto its back and plunge the short sword into its spine. You hear it snap and one last whimper as it falls limp to the ground. That one is dead.
Hold on for a high five, Roast, because that was awesome.
Okay, and then let me delete that one from the turn order. Then the one that's engaged with Belua is still going to engage with Belua, and it's going to try to bite him. 16.
That does hit.
Okay, so where's the damage roll? There it is. He's kind of lunges forward and takes a big bite out of Belula's arm. I need Belua to roll a strength save.
Oh, hey. That'll be... Oh.
It fails. And the thing kind of getting it back for basically double uppercutting it, just kind of, you see it pull its neck up, kind of lifting Belua up, and then slamming him back down to the ground. Belua is now prone. Those are the wolves' turns. Rose.
All right. What conditioner are Frias, Tibbs, and Barry looking at?
They haven't been damaged.
Okay, cool.
I think only poor Belial is taking the beating.
Yeah, Belly was the one getting beat.
All right.
And you, of course.
All right. Well, anyways, in that case, Rose is gonna gesture back over to this top wolf there. Oh, there we go. And it's going to cast Guiding Bolt at it.
Okay. Now, unlike the first fight, Leonard's influence seems to have waned as you've come out this far, so I need you to roll a 1d100.
Oh no!
Okay, you're fine.
Whew.
God,
That
man.
does not hit. You kind of notice that there was a weird surge of magic. You're like, huh, that was weird. But that kind of distracts you a bit from the bolt itself, and it flies right over the wolf and kind of hits the ravine wall.
Crap. In that case, Rose is going to sort of gesture over at 9, is going to try to head down here because there's, 2 more trying to gain up on them. And that'll be their turn.
Okay. Darius, you're up.
So, what can Bellawood do since they've been knocked prone?
He can use half of his movement to get back up, so he's not prone anymore. He can still make an attack, and he can still use half of his movement to move.
Okay, so yeah, he's going to get up,
Okay, so you remove the condition from it.
and he's gonna go ahead and attack again.
All right. That does not hit.
All right, can he do his bonus
He
attack?
still can, yes. That hit. So he kind of brings his claw up to try to get the thing back from biting him in the arm. It misses the first time as it kind of reels back, but he's able to get it on the upswing and deals nice little chunk of damage there. So
And Various is very obviously freaked out. It's pretty clear that they're not a fan of Vargers. And they
Mhm.
sort of step back a little bit more, but fire off a guiding bolt at this one.
all right, go ahead and roll me a 1d100.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
You're fine. It would happen regardless of if you cast it or not. It would happen if it would hit or not. Sorry. Oh.
No!
Oh boy.
Okay, what do I need to roll? No!
No! Jesus!
No!
They get bigger? Please don't tell me they got bigger.
What did you do, Various?
Various is freaking out!
It's okay, Mary. It's okay. We can do this.
I agree with Freya. I'm in danger.
Oh shit, that's what that one does.
Yeah, I guess I'm running down to the 2 lower ones now.
So, as you try to cast a guiding bolt, the bolt decides to mutate into something else.
Wait,
And you feel the light leave your hands. However, it seems to change into a sickly red glow as you cast inflict wounds on the nearest target in range.
Oh no!
No.
I think it's Rose!
That's Rose. So
What is that, Rose?
I need you to do
Jim, you're killing this bitch!
3d10 in chat,
Oh, no.
please.
Tibbs is closer.
Oh, Tips is closer, so please roll 3d10.
Oh, they're just squares away.
Tibbs, I'm sorry. No. He's gonna hate Various after this.
Okay, So, Tiberius, you're kind of focused
That's
on
been
these
a lot
wolves.
worse.
You're kind of focused on this, but then you feel the hair on the back of your neck rise as you feel this painful, sickening feeling that overcomes you, and you feel like your back has been stabbed with 1,000 needles. You take 13 points of necrotic damage.
God.
Oh,
Oh, God. Yeah.
I was like, wow, that friendship
Friendship
is weird.
So yeah, it feels like your back has just been cracked. It's bleeding. It's a mess.
It's a sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Oh. Oh, that was almost all your health. Holy shit.
Oh, good.
Is that the end of your turn?
I grab my token. Oh, that's fine. I'm feeling that. Feeling that pretty good.
Yeah, it's 13 necrotic damage, yeah. Oh,
So,
you actually got a couple of low rolls on that. That might have just saved Tibbs.
I was gonna say, like, you could have maxed it out at 30, and that would have just destroyed poor Tibbs.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
I was scared of getting.
Poor Various is like having PTSD now.
I was scared of getting in that one on that. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, now you guys know what that does.
I can't do magic.
Nova, why do you do
Sorry.
this to us?
Because it's part of the campaign. So
You magic users gotta be more careful.
Are you done with your turn? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Various, you're kind of sitting there, your arm is outstretched as the red energy kind of fades away, and you realize what just happened.
Was this necrotic damage?
Necrotic,
Yes.
yes.
So I'm going to use my reaction of absorb elements.
Oh, okay. Wait, can you absorb necrotic?
I can't. Sorry. It can only be done on literal the 4 base elements.
Yeah, necrotic
Yeah.
doesn't count.
No.
Necrotic is
sure.
the same as radiant, so it's the opposite.
This isn't a bad omen for the future.
So, okay, Tibbs, you just got basically knives, magical knives that cut into your back and started shriveling at your skin.
Felt that before. Not happy. I'm going to be upping my cast of magic missile to a level 2 spell.
Okay, magic missile automatically hits, regardless of if it's anything or not. That's absorb elements.
I get an extra damage by 1d6 for each slot above first. So extra damage. So does every die then become 2d6?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. And then of course the magic death.
Yeah, it's time for some magic death.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Perfectly fine.
All 3 into this one.
I would have laughed if you got a nat 1 too.
Oh, that was
And then he's like, "Oh, I see what happened. I understand."
So which one are you lashing out onto? Or that's all you're doing?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and do it.
66 technically.
Mm-hmm. So how do you want to do this thing?
Oh,
How do you want
to... all the rage that he's feeling for Various is going into this poor dog. He's firing every magic missile with like Dragon Ball Z ass, just throwing his fists forward.
And you just kind of start pummeling into this poor dog as it's whimpering, and eventually its body just kind of slumps to the ground. You're still hitting it, and you're just pounding on this mass of fur, bone, blood, and flesh as it dies.
Hey, and they probably don't have pack tactics anymore.
Nope, they don't. because neither of them are close enough to each other.
Yay.
Do you want to move, or do you want to just imagine Tibbs just continuously pummeling this corpse?
He continues pummeling the corpse even though he's down on a knee at this point.
All right, now you're up. There's 2 remaining wolves. These 2 look only
There's
wounded.
enough of them down there to deal with that one, I hope. I'm gonna go help poor Bellula.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these 2 look wounded, but not on death's door. They look wounded, though. That does not
Right.
hit.
Man,
Does it count as flanking?
It
They
does.
can.
It does count as flanking.
in 5th edition, pretty much if a rogue has another person engaged with a target, they automatically get advantage and sneak attack damage.
But neither of those hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither of those will hit.
We tried.
I know.
Alright, Frias. Alright, Frias, it's your turn.
Can I look over my shoulder and see how bad Tibbs is?
Tibbs looks bad. Like, you saw him kind of pummeling the wolf's corpse, but he is bloody. Something really got him bad.
She's just going to instruct him, back up whenever you can, and then turn into a big ol' spider again. And because I would really like that health right now, and then give a good old chompy chomps.
Chomp. I'm waiting for another nat 20. That hits!
19. Oh well.
Jesus Christ!
The best scooter.
That is a con save, so let me see what is its con. It is +2. It succeeds. So it's only can take that 7 bite damage. And you kind of see as you turn to the wolf spider and you bite into this large wolf, as it kind of snarls and will snap its jaws at you. But the poison doesn't seem to seep in. It's this one's turn, and it's actually going to take a bite back at you. That is, what was it to hit? Okay. Was that right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. That's that. And it's going to chomp right back onto you, grabbing one of your spider legs. I need to make a strength save.
I have to do it for the spider, so. Roll 20 plus 1.
Ooh.
You succeed. You're not. Your farm is large enough, and you have enough legs to kind of stable yourself as it tries to thrash you around, and fails. Now time for the other wolf. It doesn't seem to have noticed an eye. It's going to continue its assault on Bellua, though.
That hits.
Chomp. And Bellua needs to also make another strength save.
Yay!
Damn! Not wanting to be thrown around like last time, Bellua kind of looks it dead in the eye as it bites down onto him, and he actually grabs it by the head and stops it from flailing and shaking around. So it's kind of just sitting there, kind of struggling in its grasp, like. Rose.
Oh, Leonard, please have at least one thing go right today. And Rose just like death grips on their symbol, Leonard, and is going to cast Prayer of Healing.
I need you to roll a 1d100.
Of
That
course.
one. You accidentally.
You're fine. Okay.
Yeah. So
His
all.
influence still isn't very strong, but yes.
All right. So that is going to be. I believe it's everyone within 30 feet. Let me double check here.
Pretty much everyone that's around you. So,
Oh, cool.
Frias, Tibbs, and Darius.
Mm-hmm.
They all
Yeah.
get healed for 12.
Yep. All
How
right.
much healing is it? Oh, it's 12.
12.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 12. And then Rose is going to. Let's see. Is going to
Get
go back
behind it.
around flank. Yep.
Nice. Okay, so your next attack against it, Frius, will have flanking. Alright, Various!
Wait, wouldn't it be focusing on me? It'd be
It's
Rose's
focusing
flanking.
on you, yeah. It's trying to get you.
Okay.
Yes, you did get fire healed. And I'm
Oh,
keeping
no.
my own DM notes about that, so don't worry about that one.
It's fine. It's fine, right? Right, East? It's fine. Nothing could go wrong. So meanwhile, Bellua is going to do what Bellua does best.
Hail
And-
Smash.
Yep.
That will hit. That's nice. Very good. If I
I'm
can...
getting really low rolls on the damage.
You are. I'm surprised. That does not hit. So he kind of...
Oh, do they get advantage since they're flanking?
Yes, they're flanking. So go ahead and roll the bonus claw.
Hey!
That hits. Okay. So Bellua, not appreciating the fact that it's being bitten and shooken and thrashed around at, just brings both of its claws and kind of shakes the wolf on the side of the head. It's looking bloodied. Alright. Various, you still have your action as well.
Various isn't going to fire off another spell. That's not going well.
Poor Varys is scared. Leave him alone.
Poor
And-
Bun is scared.
And he's gonna back up just a little bit more.
Tibbs, you're feeling a little bit better, but for some reason you feel a little warmer on the inside than you originally were, and it feels a little weird. Almost feels like you got a bit of heartburn.
I feel better. It wasn't overshadowed by this unbridled rage.
Multi-classes into barbarian.
Barbarian sorcerer, I can see it.
I mean, Pathfinder has Blood Ragers, which are literally hybrid sorcerer barbarians.
Let's see here.
Cast fist!
I'm going to use another magic missile on this one that's standing there.
Okay, go ahead. That goes without any hitches. Wow, okay. 8, 10, okay, not bad. This thing is starting to look a bit more haggard and bloody as the missiles kind of pierce through its hide, and you see glowing orange blood kind of seeping out from it. You see the wolf kind of looking around a bit, almost trying to find an escape.
And we're gonna have some words.
All right, Nye, it's your turn. That barely hits.
I'll take it.
All right, not bad. Oh wow, that sneak attack kills it. So how do you want to do it?
I'm going to puddle under it and come up from the middle.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Straight
kind of-
into it with the sword.
Yeah, you kind of deck into the thing as it's kind of focused on Bellua, and you just cut its belly right open, and you see just these fiery red entrails spill onto the ground, and its jaw unhinges from Bellua, and it just collapses.
Water beats fire.
That one's dead. Are you gonna move, or is that your turn?
Oh, yeah, I'll move.
Alright. Frias, there's one wolf left and it looks to be looking to escape.
I guess do some more nom noms.
Now, these are the same wolves that they found you hungered over when they first found you, and that will hit. Let me see if it makes its con save. It's a 2. Okay. It succeeds. It is still clinging to life as you kind of bite into it, trying to kind of end its life. You try to go for the throat, but you just miss by a hair, and it starts snarling and spewing embers at you. And it's going to go to bite you.
Oh, I was gonna say real quick. So he would have or she would have advantage from flanking, right?
Not with Constitution saves.
Okay,
This
but
was
with
for
the
poison
main hit, right?
Oh yeah, the main.
Well,
hand
no,
still
it
hits.
should have been focused on me because Rose didn't do anything yet, right?
Yeah, it's been focused on you. That's why it's
Yeah,
coming
so I
after
shouldn't
you.
get I shouldn't get flanking then.
Oh, okay.
But also, I'm. You know what? No, never mind. I'll stay.
Yeah, but you still hit it, but the poison didn't go through because it succeeded its con save.
Oh, I had a different plan completely, but I'm ignoring it right now.
I mean, you still have your turn if you want to move.
No, because
you
my
get your
idea
bite.
the idea will need another action, and
Oh, so you needed another action, yeah.
yeah, more or less.
Right, but after getting bitten, this thing is going to turn and look at you and try to bite you. It's going to try to bite you
Yeah.
back. So
It bitted me.
it gonna crunch. It's gonna literally snarl and bite into the very thing that bit him. It's gonna try to bite your face, and it will kind of dig its teeth in and kind of start shaking and rattling you around. So I need you to make a strength save.
Oh dear lord, everything just. Oh. Forgot I can't use my own. There we go.
Okay, you succeed. It's not able to really kind of throw you off, but it's starting to try to mangle and maul you. Essentially, it's kind of on its last legs from the looks of it. Gross.
All right. The arm extinguishes itself again, and Rose is going to try to use inflict wounds second time.
I need to roll 1d100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh! Okay, this is purely because of my campaign notes and what this means. Rose, your inflict wounds is going to automatically hit. You don't need to roll to hit. I just need you to roll damage.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to cast it just to get the damage roll in.
Yes.
So get the right spell. Okay.
Okay, now go ahead and roll the damage. This will automatically hit. All right. You kind of reach out to kind of get this wolf down because you missed the other one, and you kind of grab its tail. And as you grab it, you feel magic literally surge around you, and you see the necrotic damage creep up the wolf's tail as it begins to crackle and burn away into necrotic ash in your hands. And you just hear this wolf whimper and scream as the magic creeps its way up its body, turning it to ash completely. You kind of see this almost statue of a wolf barely sitting there before it collapses into nothing.
Ashes to ashes, bitch.
All the wolves are dead. You have a pile of ash in front of you, Rose. You have one wolf laying in its innards over here. You have another one over here that was stabbed in the back. And of course, the other one that was over here, also dead. All the wolves are dead!
Yay!
You actually did
Everyone
really well
okay?
because you were able to separate them, so. Switch the music.
So see, running away did work out.
Yeah, you're able to split them up.
Rose is going
Oh,
to
no.
take some of those wolf ashes as a trophy.
Okay, go ahead and just kind of add pinch of wolf ash to your inventory then.
So, hearing Tibbs being very angry, the spider is going to run over and try to grapple Tibbs before he tries anything stupid.
Too late.
Uh-oh. Oh! Roll to hit for that.
Okay, then I'll still try to attempt to grapple so that they don't go any further.
Mm-hmm. But roll to hit, Tibbs.
Strength for punch, yes?
Yeah, strength for punching.
Ooh.
This is 16 hit, Various.
Check. Yep.
Alright, I'd say for a punch it's like 1d3. So go ahead and punch him. So you kind of bring your fist up, you're pissed off, and just deck Various right in the jaw, but Various kind of barely moves from it and just kind of like,
That's not the spell that I cast. It wasn't at you. I don't know what happened. It just changed.
What happened is it hurt.
For a grapple, go ahead and roll a strength. I believe it's your strength versus either his acrobatics or athletics. And since he's not paying attention to you, Tibbs, depending on what you decide to roll at disadvantage, please. Either athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage. Wow, it's contested. So, since it's contested, you go ahead and you kind of, Various, you kind of look behind him and see this big spider literally grab Tiberius. So, there. Maybe you're right about that. So, Tiberius, you are now being grappled by a large spider.
Rose just looks over after collecting the wolves like, what the fuck?
I wasn't aiming at you. I'm telling you. I was.
Belua is covered in orange wolf blood. Just coated in it. Hey, messy.
Are you saying that you're having trouble with magic too?
They hesitate before finally going. I suppose because that wasn't the spell I was casting. I swear, I was casting a different spell at one of the Varga, and it just changed.
It happened to strike me.
You two do remember that we're here for a magical disturbance, right? Maybe it's affecting the magic.
Tibbs, could you give me an Arcana check for me real quick?
What do I know about Arcana?
Just do it, please. Tibbs, as Nye mentions this, you kind of take a moment to kind of look around the area, and your eyes notice something very odd. The magic in the air is different here. For some reason, it looks like there's tears in it. These tears aren't visible to anyone else, except for you, Tibbs. And it's not normal. In fact, some of these tears appear and disappear randomly.
What in the twins?
You notice that this seems to be happening further along the trench as well. In fact, it's more common further down.
Let go of me, spider. Release me!
Spooter just kind of is holding on, making sure Tiberius is no longer looking at Varus, right?
No, he's staring at the wall.
Oh, well,
It's
yeah.
okay. You can let him go. He's calmed down a bit.
She'll turn back, but still be very cautious. Like, still staying close, but
Tiberius is literally going to walk towards one of the tears.
Okay. Are you gonna reach out to try to touch it?
Yep.
Roll me a 1d100, please. Okay. For some reason, you try to reach out and you kind of feel that chaotic influence and magic that you're so accustomed to, but it kind of fizzles out and the tear vanishes. Everyone else doesn't see anything, though. You're the only one that sees it.
What are you doing now, Tibbs?
You don't see these.
See what?
Ah, yes, you don't have the Vermont eyes. Of course you don't. There are distortions in the magical flow.
Rose?
How many more does Tiberius see around?
Actually, looking back where the wolves came from, where you came from, you see less disturbances than up ahead.
And it gets worse as we go deeper into this wasteland. Joy. Very well, Various. I believe you that your magic failed you at that opportune moment.
Also, Frias is asking if any of you need healing.
Now I'm quite good, though a little bit of indigestion. The rations Leonard gave us are giving me a bit of a trouble with my tummy. I mean, my stomach.
Can Rose do a medicine check or something on Tibbs?
Sure.
He's wanting to make sure he's not crazy.
Sure, go ahead.
so,
Now, what are you
Sure.
looking for with the medicine check?
I want to see if, I was going to see if it is, Rose is basically wondering if it's something related to the getting hit by Various' spell, or if it's some other cause.
Okay. All right, with 19. With a 19 and your knowledge is a primordial, you kind of take a moment, why would he be feeling this? The primordial food doesn't do... You kind of trail off, and then remember, you healed him. Your magic healed him. Your magic that is imbued with primordial essence. What he's experiencing is the early onset stages of primordial corruption. You know it goes away with time, but any further healing or exposure might make the symptoms worse. It's up to you if you want to keep that to yourself or not.
I hear the struggle in these little.
Mm-hmm. But Rose is just kind of quietly looking over Tiberius,
I'm going to attempt to cure wounds.
Bet you are.
On the big toothy bunny.
It's a big tooth bunny.
Do I have to roll for wild magic, or?
Yes, you will.
Oh no! You just kill it.
Whoopsie! It's a 1d100 for wild magic.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, you're good. You're
That
good.
was close.
Where'd it go?
Alright. So Betty has healed 7 points of damage. Why are you using Lucky?
Misclick.
Okay, no problem. So what are you doing out there, Tibbs? I saw you move away.
He's literally trying to get an idea as to what, the amount of those tears are coming up.
Mm-hmm. As you're moving back toward that way, you see that there's far less of them. But, yeah, they almost look like, how can I describe it? If you've ever played Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess?
Yep.
You know those little black squares that kind of hover around in the Twilight Realm?
Yep.
That's what these look like.
Lovely.
There's not very many leading backwards, but forwards there's way more of them.
So as we go towards the destruction or the strangeness, they just become more and more. Great, wonderful.
And they're not small. Like the ones behind you were kind of tiny and little blips every now and then. But as you move forward, like the one you try to touch, they're much larger. But yeah. And Rose is still kind of watching Tibbs, like, hey. Like, are you gonna tell Tibbs or are you gonna keep it quiet?
He's very obviously enthralled by something. Rose, you're in my way. I'm trying to look at the tears.
Well, I mean, it makes two of us, I guess, then. I mean, assuming that... I mean, I can't exactly find my own eyes, but if you say they're there, then I'll take your word for it.
Explain why various magic went awry, and why I've been having a problem, but that's beside the point.
Alright, look, Tibbs, you're not having heartburn or whatever. There's a strange side effect that tends to occur when primordial magic is used on non-primordials. It's not terminal or chronic or anything like that. It'll fade with time then.
Wait. What?
When I summon
do to me?
When I summoned that
Brain labs.
when I summon that healing spell on you, I don't know, sometimes our magic has a little bit of a, I guess you could liken it to an almost like an allergic reaction. But like I said, it's nothing deadly. It'll fade with time then.
So your magic makes me sick.
Well, my magic healed you, but like I said, it's sometimes with non-primordials there's unintentional side effects with that.
Great. Wonderful. That's what I needed. Well, thank you for letting me know. That was very appreciative of you. Please don't kill me. But with your healing, of course.
As you guys are talking, you feel a slight rumble in the ground.
Oh no.
Uh,
Agnactor, leave us alone! No clack clack clack!
what?
Have you ever... It's Monster Hunter! There's this thing called an Agnactor that swims underneath the ground.
See, the thing is, like when Nova first told me about like the magma worm, all I can think of was Risk of Rain.
Picturing Pyramid ahead with a goddamn sword.
You do feel a slight tremor, but it does seem a little far away. But you do feel the tremor.
And we continue moving before whatever we've done lures other things here.
Do you want to leave the bodies behind? I know Rose took some of the ash from the one that basically was evaporated. You still have 3 other bodies, one that was disemboweled, one that was stabbed, and the other one that was literally bopped up upside the head.
Later, Frias.
Right, camp. Yeah.
Was these creatures affected by the...
So what are you looking at?
Tiberius is going to look with his eyes at the creature's remains, see if they were affected by the rift in any way, shape, or form. If you know.
No, they just seem like they were just a pack of wolves that were looking for their next meal. Nothing off about them. Actually, hold on. Okay, you don't really see anything about them. Just you got one that's in a pile of ash, one that's disemboweled, and the other 2 that are just dead on the ground. Nothing out of the ordinary with them. Just big.
In fact, they're giant fire wolves.
Yeah, they're just big fire wolves.
Okay, haha. Yeah. All right. Then Tiberius is going to wander off and say that they have to go forward so that he can get a better look at these tears.
Okay. What is everyone else doing? Because we'll be wrapping up here.
Now he's just gonna go around to make sure everybody's okay, that nobody's badly hurt from that whole fight.
Yeah, that was a little rough. Those were dire wolves. Those were big
Sure,
boys.
oh,
I'd like to point out the most damage was dealt by Various.
What's funny is he has that spell, so he can reasonably do that sort of damage.
I will say this: you all gain level 4.
Yay!
That was your next milestone, was getting to this point. So, we'll be ending the session here as you guys prepare to head further down the ravine and closer to the disturbance.
And nothing went wrong this session.
Jeez, you guys did more damage to each other than the creatures did. Jeez Louise.
I didn't mean to. It wasn't.
It's okay. I mean, I was not expecting the Nat 1 Wild Surge to come so soon. And oof, now you know what that does. Now you
It's
know
not a
what
bad
that
omen for the
does.
future at all.
Oh. There's a reason I had you guys up to level 4 before the next part.
Oh no.
Thank you for coming!
Well, it's like the old proverb goes: you never expecting that one, and then the next morning there's a kraken knocking at your door.
Yeah.
Right, we get the abilities for improvement, don't we?
Oh yeah, that is level 4, isn't it?
Yeah. You are now level 4. Congrats.
New form.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Let's scare more people with something bigger.
So ability score is +1 to 2 stats, right? If I remember.
Yes, it
Either
is.
2 to 1 stat or 1 to 2 stats.
Or a feat, if you so choose. So you either go 1 to 2 stats, 2 to 1 stat, or you take a feat.
But I already have 8 of them.
Nice.
more.
Well, yes. Thank you all for playing tonight. It was nice to get back into the swing of things, and hopefully,
So much fun.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. And we will be once again playing after. We usually do bi-weekly, as I've stated. So next week we won't have a session, but the week after that we will.
1st of August.
It's 1st of August. That'll be our next meeting. Hopefully, barring real life shenanigans.
God.
Now, I'm wondering, is that the long weekend in August or not?
I don't know.
I don't.
Or is it the weekend after? I can't ever remember.
I think it's the one after.
Well,
But
yeah.
since you are after a fight, you do have the ability to role play between the groups. So go ahead and use the DSOTF off the clock channel for that, if you so please.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. But thank you for coming. Thank you for playing, and thank you to our viewers for watching the madness. Because that last fight was. Oh, that last fight was. I'll be honest. That was a lot worse than it could have been, and that was a lot better than it could have been. How do I phrase this? It would have been really bad if they had stayed next to each other if you hadn't split them up. Because if anyone played 5e,
like max damage.
Yeah, if anyone's played 5e and run into dire wolves, you know that you do not want them near each other.
Or kobolds.
Or kobolds. Yeah. Awesome. Good job, guys.
Woo!
And if you need help leveling up, pack tactics does suck. But if you need help leveling up, please let me know. If you have any questions, go ahead and just poke me and whatnot. But we will be meeting once again on August 1st. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.